Let me tell you, I recorded all of this, and then I realized right when I was wrapping up that I didn't press record. So I'm doing it all again. Round 2.
Noisy Pixel.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to another Noisy News Week for the week of March 28th, 2020. Here's where I fill you in on some notable news posted to noisypixel.net this past week. Starting off the news, I want to say that we have a giveaway going on our Twitter for a copy of Billion Road on Steam. We have 10 copies of the game available, and you can play now. The game doesn't come out till April 16th, but hey, why not play early? Let's go on to the news. Yoko Taro's Sin No Alice got a new global launch date. This will be on July 7th for iOS and Android. And interestingly, the developer Nexon has handed over developing rights to PokeLabo, which is owned by Gree. This is after last year's debacle where the game was delayed due to the localization, which this must have been really bad because mobile games release all the time with bad localization. So it must have been evident, oh crap. Curious to know what happened there, but I'm glad to see the game coming west. Rainy Frog announced their plans to publish the OTK Games developed 2D action RPG The Vagrant on Nintendo Switch. This game is available now on Steam. It's kind of an homage to Vanillaware 2D action games. Be sure to check it out if you haven't. Glass Revolver announced that their bullet hell adventure Ita will launch on Nintendo Switch and PC on April 22nd. This is kind of like an Enter the Gungeon type of bullet hell game, but more focused on narrative and environment building. And yeah, it looks good. I'm looking forward to this game. Tokyo Dark 2 got delayed indefinitely. The developer shared some screenshots as well as some information that they just weren't making enough money to stay open. They haven't closed the studio, but they are working on other stuff to kind of fuel the development of other projects, but this one is on hold. I did share the story, and a few publishers that I know of reached out to them, so if this game gets saved, I'm taking full credit of it, unless it sucks. Square Enix shared part 2 of their Inside Final Fantasy video that covers Final Fantasy VII Remake. This dives into the characters and a little bit of Midgar leading up to the game's release. This is almost 20 minutes of developer commentary. Hopefully it holds you off until the game's upcoming release, and I am so excited. Humble Bundle announced that they will publish the Endless Fluff Games developed tactics RPG Fade Tactics, The Girl Who Destroyed the World on Nintendo Switch and PC in spring 2020. This game looks good. I'm very excited. I love tactics games and I love classic tactics games, so here's to the game's development. Playism announced that the one-man developed action first-person shooter Bright Memory is out of Steam Early Access and available now for $9.99. The game is a little rough around the edges, it seems, but I believe after Playism picked up publishing rights, the development focused to the Bright Memory Infinite, which is the enhanced version coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC at the end of the year or in Q4 2020. The Infinite version will update the version now for free when it does release, so if you buy the game now, you will get Infinite when it comes out, and I think that it will be a little less. It looks cool. Platinum Games released a new trailer for the Wonderful 101 Remastered, and also they announced the release dates for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It is coming out on May 19th in North America, May 22nd in Europe, and June 11th in Japan. Given that the Kickstarter just ended last month or something like that, they already have the game ready? Oh, kind of tells me that they pulled a fast one and they've been working on this game for quite some time. I'm glad to see it, and I'm eager to play it, and I'm glad this game is getting a little more recognition. Idea Factory announced that Limited Run Games will release the physical release on Nintendo Switch for Alk of Alchemist. The PlayStation 4 physical release will be handled by Idea Factory International on their web store, which is cool. If you want physical media, you can have it. Nintendo hosted a direct where they announced that Monolith's soft-developed adventure RPG Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition will launch on Nintendo Switch on May 29th. This game looks amazing, and Madison, one of our staff writers, wrote about how the UI has been updated, so be sure to check out that feature on the site. Nintendo also announced that the Claytek Works developed Bravely Default 2 has a free demo on Nintendo Switch eShop right now, has about 1 to 2 hours of gameplay available. Be sure to download it after you watch this. Atlus announced that Catherine Full Body will release on Nintendo Switch on July 7th. This is not a huge surprise, given that in Japan the game released on PlayStation Vita, so I'm just glad that more people get to play this awesome puzzle game that has gotten me in a few arguments with significant others. Gung Ho Online Entertainment announced that the Ninja Gun action game Ninjala will launch on Nintendo Switch as a free-to-play eShop game on May 28th. You do not need a Nintendo Online subscription to play it, but this is kind of a Splatoon-style action game where you go 4v4 against other characters, and it's just cute and colorful. NIS announced that Trails of Cold Steel 3 will launch on July 30th on Nintendo Switch, and there is a demo available now. This also launches with all the 26 cosmetic items for you, so that's free. WayForward announced that Shantae and the Seven Sirens will launch on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on May 28th. That same day, Part 2 will launch on Apple Arcade. I am very excited about this. I love this series. I've had a huge crush on Shantae for quite some time, and I'm sure you have too. Xseed announced that Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town will launch this summer on Nintendo Switch in North America. This is not an official release date like the one in Europe for July 10th. The game will launch in North America with a pre-order bonus of a cute little cow plushie. This is the cow. Idea Factory International wants to know if the community wants the old glitch costumes from Death End Request put into the PC version of Death End Request 2. These old costumes were altered in the new release on PlayStation 4 and PC. Very strange because the game Death End Request launched on PS4 and PC without the changes, but hey, it's changed in this version, and yeah, I don't know. If you want to see the old costumes in the new game, at least on PC, you gotta go fill out this survey, but the costumes will not appear in cinematics and they will not appear in story scenes. Also, you can't have both of them because due to development costs, they just can't do that right now. So you either have one or the other. Voice your opinion at the survey. On to visual novel news. Axis Games announced that the Idea Factory developed Otome visual novels. Collar X Malice will launch on Nintendo Switch in June 2020, and Collar X Malice Unlimited will launch on August 2020. More Otome boys for all of us, I suppose. Collar X Malice Unlimited has not released in the West at this time, but the game kind of continues, more Fandisc style stuff. But if you haven't played an Otome, I would say Collar X Malice is a great place to start. The game has a lot of action and also tons of bad ends with the source material. It's a really good story though. Frontwing announced their plans to publish Yukikoi Melt in the West on PC in April 2020. The game launched in Japan in 2015, and this Western release, I think the Steam version will be an all ages version. There is an 18 plus version that I don't know will come West. There's been no word on it, but Frontwing hasn't been one to shy around the 18 plus version. If you know that the 18 plus content will come, let me know, because I'm gonna need that. Aniplex also released the opening trailers for Atari My Dream Moments and Otobana Odd Tales that they plan to release in June 2020 on Steam. This is their entrance into the visual novel market, working with DMM Games and Frontwing. Interviews on the site, we have Billion Road. Please go read it. It's a really fun interview and it's a really interesting looking game. And don't forget the giveaway on our Twitter. Just retweet the tweet for a chance to win. Previews on the site, we have Sakura Wars, Record of Lotus War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth, and Bravely Default 2. Reviews, we have Twin Breaker, A Sacred Symbols Adventure, Bubble Bobble for Friends, One Step from Eden, Oshirabu, Waifus Over Husbandos, Bleach Immortal Soul, Arafel Enhanced Edition, Saints Row 4 Re-Elected on Switch, and One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. And that's it, guys. That's the show. Thank you so much for watching. Please continue to check out all our videos. We have more stuff on the way, and next week is going to be pretty big, considering all the releases that are coming out. So please let me know what you're looking forward to. Thank you so much for everything. Have a great weekend, and don't forget to wash your hands.